Good evening, everybody. Riley Slivka here. Welcome back to AgriLive. I hope everybody can hear me all right. According to the audio meters, everything appears to be working on my end. So, yeah, it's Sunday. It's not Tuesday. We switched the time up on you. And my little experiment here is going to be, do we move AgriLive to Sundays or do we keep AgriLive on Tuesdays? Why don't you guys let me know in the comments, in the chat, what you think we should do. Good to see about 20 of you here, by the way. We have some of the usual faces that are here pretty much every time there is a stream. So Just a Little Farm in Kansas, Little Farm, big cameras above. Who else is pretty regular? I think Miles Steen is usually around. Whiteman Photography is a fellow moderator here. Actually, Miles, you're supposed to have that badge as well. So why don't I go ahead and fix that real quick? All right, that should have done it. We also have some other people as well. We have Liam, we have Bobby, we have Adaptive Hydra 42, Fast Ag Montana, a fellow YouTuber in Montana that's just getting started. You're asking, how do I submit a video? The answer to that is there's a robot in the chat that's supposed to be giving you guys the link to that, but apparently it is not working right now. So the video description, or the stream description, should have that link. Basically, it just sends it to a giant spreadsheet that I can monitor and pick out submissions. Also, some of you in the Discord might know this, but there is the ability for some of you guys to help me out with monitoring what gets submitted to AgriLive tonight. So if you are one of the staff members on the Discord, then the link to that spreadsheet is there. It should be pretty straightforward as far as how to basically check out those links, make sure they're good to go, mark them green so that I know to choose them. Otherwise, we'll have to take a few breaks, but that shouldn't be a problem. We also, in addition to reviewing some of the farm videos tonight, might be talking about a couple other things, but we'll see what happens. Good to see you all here. 22 of you are here, and that's pretty impressive, especially considering that we're once again in a scenario where the one and only Mr. Welker is streaming on top of me, and it's a pretty big stream over there because it is a farming simulator map preview of that new FS19 map of his farm that he's releasing. And I know a lot of you guys play Farming Simulator and have been looking forward to that map for a long time, so kind of a cool little stream he's doing over there too. But thank you for jumping on over here. We're gonna go ahead and jump straight into one of the first videos. Oh, we're saying Nick finished his stream about 3 minutes ago. Really? Is he? Oh, yeah, he did sign off. I just checked. Well, that was good timing then. So maybe some more of those people will jump over here or already have. But anyway, guys, thank you very much for being here. I'm going to go ahead and queue up the first video right off the bat, and then we might have to do a couple other things. Might have to take a break to fix a few last minute things that I'm noticing. But let's get going. Let's get some entertainment rolling here. And this first video is going to be from, drum roll, Just a Little Farm in Kansas. He actually submitted this one a little while ago. The title of it's going to be Fighting the Mud, Plant 19. Let's flip over to the other monitor here and go ahead and give it a quick little watch. And that has my overlay in it. Yep. Let's go. Got a flat tire on the planter, so I had to put a tube in the tire. Using some text explanation what's going on here. Starting off really nice and ambient. Good clean audio. That's what I like to hear. Now, if you're new here, the editing style that I've been noticing with the Just a Little Farm in Kansas, let me go ahead and turn that down just a little bit. The editing style that he tends to use starts off pretty ambient, and then you might see a few montages like this. So it's definitely the laid back, sit back and relax type videos. But yeah, we're in a time lapse now. Getting that tire fixed. Now we're on the road in something. We haven't revealed what this something is. We're revealing a location here. Now we're in a different piece of equipment. So I'm a little confused with the storytelling aspect there. What piece of equipment were we in? Where do we go? Why are we in a side-by-side now? Was a side-by-side on the back of whatever we were driving? You unloaded it? I don't think that's the case, but as a viewer, I technically don't know. Anyway, we're in a pasture. Looks like we're checking cows. All a bunch of calves. By the way, if you happen to be new to AgriLive in general, let me know in the chat. Say hi. Let me know where you're from. And what we're doing is we're checking out some other people's farm videos. They submit these. I comment on them. The goal is to promote a community of learning in anything to do with video creation in the ag sector. Maybe someday I'll come up with a better description than that. And you've obviously noticed that we're suddenly in a different piece of equipment. We're back to that planter GoPro shot on the hitch looking backwards. Adaptive Hydra 42 says, I'm in Australia on a 10,000 acre farm. Nice. Bobby, you're from Maine? Awesome. Cool to have you here. We're broadcasting out of good old Montana. This is kind of a cool time lapse of watching the planter work. The raised lower makes it pretty cool. That's definitely a really cool shot. I'll explain why here. It has to do with something called leading lines, the way the camera's framed. So, get a cursor here. See the line, the natural line that goes way back to the center here? Like it starts in the foreground down here, and then you just have a line of something in your frame that just points you right to the back center of the footage. Leading lines really draw attention to certain shots. They're just a natural way of framing things. That's the best I can explain it. But yeah, that is by far your strongest shot that I've seen so far in your video. Bobby's asking one time, can I please come to Maine? I'd love to one of these times. Maybe something will bring me there one of these days. Interesting shot. It's honestly probably about time for another shot here, so just some advice for next time. And here we are, we're at the next shot. We are getting that planter filled back up here. This shot definitely isn't as powerful as the others, but it's not terrible either. My picture-in-picture, whatever you want to call it, is blocking one potential issue here, which is having the tractor rear tail light in a significant part of the shot. And the planter is a ways away, the way this one's framed. But it's not bad. Definitely an interesting depth to it. This is where things get tricky, because here would be a strong preference to have a holding the camera shot. We're locked down on the tractor, not moving, watching this the whole time, and it's sped up just a little bit. But it'd still be cool kind of having that camera follow what's basically the point of action. Having the camera follow the point of action. But at the same time, I also know that the majority of people creating these videos are the ones that are having to work. I've been in that scenario before. It's definitely difficult to run a camera and do your work at the same time. Some people out there have their secrets on how to make it all work, but it definitely takes a lot of practice and a lot of thinking to get the really creative shots. The creator of the video is saying he didn't realize the camera was mounted, and that is alright. I definitely mount cameras at odd angles without realizing it all the time too. Adaptive Hydra is saying, could you please do a video where you show us how to get cinematic style footage on your drone? Oh, I'd love to. That's actually one of the things we might talk about a little bit later tonight, is what you want to see for more formal videos outside of AgriLive. Iowa Dairy Boys is asking whose video this is. We're watching Just a Little Farm in Kansas. I believe he's a brand new YouTube channel, starting to create some content. So this is the type of stuff you're interested in. He runs some cows. He is planting right now in this video. Was checking cows earlier in this video. Anyway, give him a like and subscribe. If you want to check out his channel, he's in the chat as Just a Little Farm in Kansas. If you mouse over or press and hold if you're on mobile to get to the options, you can click the one that says go to user channel or whatever it's called. Back to some good old time-lapsing. We're still on that same camera angle. That's an interesting shot. It'd be a really, really cool shot if the loader wasn't there, but the loader is there. You just have to deal with it. My eyes definitely pulled that warning sticker. Warning, don't be an idiot and run your loader into the power lines while on the step ladder of your tractor instead of driving it for some reason. Gotta love warning label stickers. Little Farm to Camera says, I think it'd be cool to do a video of behind the scenes. I do too. And if I get a good opportunity to give you guys some behind the scenes, I'm going to. Maybe that'll even happen later this summer. The majority of my shooting of videos this summer has not happened yet. I might share a little bit of what I was up to earlier this week, though. If you guys want to know a little bit more about that Steiger tractor in the thumbnail of the AgriLive episode, I'll give you a brief little sample. But that's for later. Alright, creator's asking, you think a little shorter for the GoPro shots? I'm going to say yes. I'd say cut about everything in half. I think it's perfectly alright if you have a shorter runtime. Because what is the runtime on this? We're just about over. It's 12 minutes. I'd say this one could have been cut down to around 6. Now, there are benefits to having longer runtimes on YouTube because YouTube tends to like over 10 minutes better for some reason. Sometimes not by a lot. I haven't really noticed a huge difference with my videos because I can post something that's 2 minutes and sometimes it'll just skyrocket, but... Or maybe that's more of Facebook for me. Yeah, that was Facebook. Never mind. But... yeah, nice shot of the plants, by the way. Cool. Well, thank you very much for submitting. So, oh, we're back to... I don't know if that was a glitch on the end graphic or if that was intentional. I assume you wanted that bumper to close out, but... anyway, and there's your suggested videos, all the YouTube-y stuff. I'm going to go back a few frames, pause it right there. And there was one or two more things that came to my mind while watching this. Number one is the storyline. You have a very unique style where you're not talking to the camera all the time. It's all ambient. You're just showing what's going on. But I was commenting on this earlier. I wasn't quite, as a viewer, I wasn't quite drawing the connection to transitioning to checking the cows and then going back to planning. So you could use text slates, but that's also a little cheesy sometimes. In my Slivka farm vlog videos, which happen a few times a year, or that's the plan at least, I kind of try and use a combination of both. If you've watched part 1 of the seeding video from this year that I released a few weeks ago, that's what I did, is everything I didn't talk to on camera, I used text slate. I don't quite know how those text slates will feel alone with no dialogue. It's like spoken dialogue using a microphone. But I think if you can get really creative with the way you shoot things and the exact images that you get, you might not need any of that to tell the story. You're just going to have to get more establishing shots of what's going on. And I think you could pull off a really cool ambient vibe by this that a lot of the other YouTube farm vloggers are not doing, because everybody else just talks to the camera all the time. And these channels that are not quite doing that definitely seem a little bit unique, and that's kind of what I learned with the seeding along the edge too. We'll go back to these seeding video examples. So I released 2 of those. Part 1 was part 1 and hold up 2 fingers because that's how I work tonight. Part 1 did not get a ton of views. Part 1 got some views and carried a very, very similar style to the editing style that the editors for the Mr. Welker videos. I'm going to call him Mr. Welker tonight. I don't know why. It just kind of sounds funny to me. The Mr. Welker videos have. So I almost straight up copied that style is what I'm saying. The second part was a little different because I didn't get near the talking footage. I had to get really creative with what I had to kind of piece together something that was a little more ambient. And I kind of just applied some little filmmaker tricks here and there to work with my transitions, and it seemed to work really well. I think people really liked the story in that second part, even though the first part had more content for the story, if that makes sense. Second part was more of the drone footage and everything like that. Anyway, point being, I think we can really master a bit of a unique style that not everybody out there is doing. And yes, the vlog stuff is really good, but that's where I see your channel going. So hopefully this helps. I'll quit rambling on yours. Anyway, applause sound effect, because that was a really good submission. I'm definitely seeing some really creative things happening. So keep up the good work. Look forward to seeing what you have next time. All right, who do we have in the comments section here? Maybe not too much. We have Brenbeck saying hi from Norway. Were you the one that submitted? I think you did submit. I know we have a Norway video, and here somewhere. All right. Bobby's asking, can you please do some equipment? What do we mean by equip? I mean, we were just watching equipment. There's plenty more to come, trust me. All right. Let me go ahead and check the forums real quick. I don't know if we're getting exceptions. No, we're not. So I am going to have to take a break, unfortunately. Didn't mean to do this, but it looks like we're going to have to. So, quick break, guys. Don't go anywhere. Give me about 2 minutes. We're going to queue up 3 videos. Get some content lined out. I'll be back very, very shortly. Thanks for tuning in to AgriLive. We'll be right back as we're currently preparing content for the stream. We are always looking for support to help expedite processes like this as much as possible. Please consider supporting the stream by leaving a super chat with a dollar amount of your choice. It's a great way to ensure that we'll still be around and still be sharing agriculture from around the globe in the future. To ensure that you don't miss a future stream, consider subscribing by hitting the button below, as well as enabling notifications with the bell icon. Thank you. Glad to have you here. And we'll be back in 30 seconds. I should really make a commercial here. I feel like that'd be much more entertaining for you guys. Or just a yodeling clip. One of the two. I don't know, what would you prefer? Five seconds. 3, 2, 1. Camera 1 active, and we're back. All right, guys, ready for the next video? We're going to Norway, just like we were talking about there a minute ago. So let's go ahead and see what snow plowing in Norway looks like. Ready for this, guys? All right, here we go. Accidentally defull screen. There we go. Nice natural sound segments. Nice camera shots. Hooking up some hydraulic lines. And now we're into some montage. I think. Rolling right along. How much snow do you get up in Norway where you're at? Excellent music choice, by the way. Definitely puts you in the action of how fast and how much that thing is moving. The night footage is really good too. Everything's in good exposure. Excellent drone shot. I do notice a little bit of frame rate misinterpretation. Nobody else notices that though. That's just kind of a me thing. The in-cab shot's really good too. Now, for those of you new to making videos, notice how fast these shots change. Notice how they're kind of edited to the music. That's a really good first step to up your production quality. And that was an awesome ending shot as well. Yeah, that was just an excellent video. Let's go ahead and hold frame back right on this ending shot. Like, that's just a cool way to end it. You're almost right in, like, those headlights are just that center focus point there coming right at you, and then boom, fade to black. All right, and it looks like you got your music from Epidemic Sound. Awesome. I have heard a lot of mixed things about Epidemic Sound for getting music, but I think it's a really good source for getting started, and even for people who are well into the game as well. I just heard that they don't have a ton of stuff for the genre that we just had in this video. They don't have a whole lot of the epic stuff, is what I've heard. Like, some, but not much. I'll just have to go listen to some more of their content. I'm getting pretty tired of Artlist for licensing music, just because everybody else seems to be using that platform now too. But anyway, that was an excellent video. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So, oh man. Yeah, I don't know if I have any constructive points really, other than just a few little nitpicky things that all videos are going to have, but this guy seems to be a pro at what he's doing. So thank you very much for submitting, and I really want to see some more of this in the future. So even if it's in between streams in a time zone that, at a time that works best for you, feel free to submit another one. But that was awesome. All right, well, thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And yes, there was a GoPro attached to that plow too. Good find, I never noticed that. All right, moving right along into the next video. We have kind of a complicated username here. It's like John, I'm just going to call him John B. And this is Niktox Farms plowing in the year of 2017. So let's go ahead and see what that's all about, shall we? Some interesting music. Man, this artist seems very familiar. What is this soundtrack? Mr. Welker says nice hat. Why, thank you very much. So is this a case magnum of some sort? By the way, nice use of the natural sound of the tractor. Oh, sorry about that, Brenback. My bad. I do that all the time. Like, if I address a room of people, it's always, hey guys. No matter who's in the room. Like, definitely has a really relaxing pace to it. What do you guys think? Nice little action cam shot.
A life hereafter, in the love
Little Farm Big Camera says he likes everything except the music. It is definitely different. Alright. Interesting stuff with the picture-in-picture. I guess I'm not a huge fan of the picture-in-picture. I'd rather just see you cut to one shot than cut to the other shot. Yeah, it's cool that we have the tech. We have the non-linear editing systems that are able to easily do stuff like that, but it is a little bit distracting trying to track two things at once. There are some times in some places where you want to do that, but this video, I would have rather seen the cut from A to B. Adaptive hydrosing, relaxing, but needs some drone. But some people don't have, so yeah, exactly. A lot of these guys starting out do not have drones. So yeah, you just have to work with what you got. And honestly, a lot of people are starting with their cellular telephones. And I talk about this almost every stream. Start here if you don't have anything else. No need to invest in the fancy equipment right away. But sometimes investing in equipment to get some really good shots isn't a terrible idea either. It just depends on your very particular situation, but you can always try and you can get some very impressive results if you know how to use the camera on your phone. So, which means step one, turn it sideways. There's a few other tips and tricks there too. Maybe that's another video I'll do someday, is stuff like that. Anyway, thank you very much for submitting. Look forward to seeing some more of your content. I don't know if I saw you in the chat here tonight or not, but anyway, we have one more video, and then we're going to have to take another break to queue some more up. So, Bobby's asking, can you do my video, please? We'll get to that when we get to it. If you submitted the video, it's in the list, and we should be able to get to it. There is an order that these have to happen, though, so... Alright. Whiteman's saying his first video hit 10,000 views, and it was just with a GoPro. There you go. I didn't have a drone when I started out, either. It took me... let's see, I started in probably 2010. Oh, yeah, like 5 years before I had a drone, because I started in 2010, and number one, drones weren't really a thing back in 2010. Number two, I was a kid, wasn't going to afford a drone. Yes, it took me a long time, but yet, work with the tools that you have. You'll be impressed with the results that you can get. It just takes very hard work to do so. All right, let's start planning. Little Farm Big Cameras submits pretty much every stream. It's been awesome seeing some of his work. So let's go ahead and see what we have here, shall we? Back to some catchy soundtracks here. Interesting shot of the tool at work going by. Lower that camera next time and it'll be way better. That was already really good though. From being the same as all these other low lives that probably don't remember your name. And all your exes sitting left, I'm trying to home run. Trying to make you happy, make a difference in the long run. So trust me when I say I'm swollen shut. I'm spilling out my heart because you opened up and now I'm going dumb when we touch. Yeah, I'm not saying that we're picture perfect, but your orbits are really good. I'm showing you that we're more than love because of lust, not hidden behind the curtain. I'm telling all the facts, don't ask me. If I'm remembering right, correct me if I'm wrong, but this kid is 11 years old and already pulling off some pretty good drone shots. I believe in his description he said he was using a Phantom 3. So once again, it's not necessarily about the equipment you have, it's how you use it, the experience of using it. So these are looking like very high quality drone shots, and it's just a Phantom 3 of all things. The only quality thing that I'll comment on this one is things seem a little sharp and a little contrasty. And that can be settings with your drone too. I usually turn all those down, like to -1 or -2. DJI has it in the settings where you can saturation, contrast, sharpness. You can knock all those down so they're not quite as fakey looking. But your exposure is pretty good. And your flying is smooth. No sudden jerks in the footage.
Yeah, I just want to put the queen of buddies' pawns and carry out the story when you're gone.
You're also editing that music. I noticed the speed ramp there. I think I saw a little bit of flare on the lens there too. I always like those. Some people don't. I do. Nice mood change. Congratulations for hitting 50 subscribers. Also, nice logo. Yeah, that was excellent. Very, very excellent. So, awesome. Also, guys in the chat, thank you for complimenting one another's work too. It just keeps all of us going as creators making content for the world. So, yeah, Whiteman, props to that. And then you're also saying that you tried to get the sun in the back of the drone. Hang on a second. Sorry, guys. Try to get the sun, like, at the back of the drone. Okay. So, I'm cool with either. It just depends on the exact shot you want. I'll try and explain this. So, okay. Well, this camera battery is your drone. And this pin thing is... Oh, that's not even in frame. Maybe I should just, like, make a professional graphic or something for once. Okay. Drone. The white label on the drone, or the battery that is supposed to be the drone, is the camera of the drone. Okay? So, camera is pointing this way, going down. Sun is behind the drone. So that's going to front light your subject, which is really cool. But what I think can be really, really cool is when you move everything the opposite. So your drone, white label's the front of the drone, pointing down at the subject, which is this way, and the sun is behind that subject. Then it backlights everything, and it kind of creates a cool little halo around the subject. And that, oftentimes, if you can get the exposure of the image dialed right in so that you're not blowing anything out and maybe even revealing a little bit of the front of that subject, otherwise it'll be a silhouette, and that's cool too. But backlit shots are also awesome. So, yeah, using that sun as your light source is really interesting stuff. I'm not perfect at it either. I'm still learning a lot about lighting. In fact, I know almost nothing about studio lighting. I am just about ready to purchase a 3-point lighting setup because I've never really owned one, and I really need to own one for some things. But lighting's awesome. I've been messing around with even just what I use for AgriLive, like with the different color temperatures and aiming the light. Like, I point it down so that I don't completely light up the back of the room. It's just like this one area. I digress. I've been saying that a lot this week. Oh, sorry that you missed playing your video. I think you can go back and watch it technically if you want to. I think DVR is enabled on this stream, and we should be uploading this to YouTube after the fact as well. So, anyway, guys, awesome videos. Awesome. Thank you for submitting Little Farm Big Cameras. Really cool to see what you're doing. Hopefully you can get some more subscribers too. I think you deserve at least a few hundred at this point. So go subscribe to some of these channels, guys. Give them all the support that you can give them. We got to take a quick break. We're going to queue up 3 more submissions. That's going to be in a about 2-minute break. So hang in there, guys. Grab some more popcorn, as we all like to say. See you in a couple minutes.
Thanks for tuning in to AgriLive. We'll be right back as we're currently preparing content for the stream. We are always looking for support to help expedite processes like this as much as possible. Please consider supporting the stream by leaving a super chat with a dollar amount of your choice. It's a great way to ensure that we'll still be around and still be sharing agriculture from around the globe in the future. To ensure that you don't miss a future stream, consider subscribing by hitting the button below, as well as enabling notifications with the bell icon. Thank you. Glad to have you here.
All right. Give me about 1 more minute, guys. Sorting a few things out here. Yeah, this break is definitely longer than the last break we took. All right, guys. 30 more seconds. Actually, less than 30 seconds. Maybe I should just, like, record or allow in the stream what I'm doing. That'd be more entertaining than a we'll be right back screen and the random ramblings of Riley as he's working. All right. ACAM. All right. So we have 2 submissions, and one of them set as a premiere. I believe that's White Man photography video. By the way, something else that I didn't explain, we might make an exception tonight, but I try and play 1 video per person per stream, which means if somebody submits 2 videos on the same stream, I usually kind of frown upon that just to get as many people through as possible. But if it's going to be a slow day, which it might be today, we might be running out of steam here, then we'll play more than 1 of somebody's content. Anyway, let's check out some comments. Whiteman's talking about ND filters and the Polar Pro app for those. So I'm going to explain what an ND filter is for those of you who are kind of in the drone arena. An ND filter is basically sunglasses for your camera. So there's a few technical reasons of why you use them. I don't know if I'll get into all the finer details on that tonight or not, but we could definitely talk about things like ND filters and the super techie things in a future episode. But yes, ND filters are awesome, and Polar Pro makes a really good app on your phone that helps you figure out what exactly you might need on a given day. So, John's saying you went back and watched the DVR. Thanks for the feedback. The song I used was old, but based about the area I was born back in the United Kingdom. Awesome. Well, cool little rundown on why you picked that song. I honestly thought it was kind of cool because it was different from what a lot of people submit, so yeah, not everybody's going to like the music, and that goes for the stuff I have too. I've gotten negative feedback about the music that I use on my videos, so different people have different opinions. And we're ready to watch another video. So we're going to go ahead and jump over to the other side of the world again. This time we're going to Switzerland, and in Switzerland, I have no idea what's going on because the title of the video is in Switzerlich. Is that how you say their language? Switzerlich? Just messing with you guys. Anyway, let's go ahead and see what's going on here. Do. Here's some excellent camera shots. This guy's another professional. Are we harvesting potatoes? Is that what's going on here? Looks like some very, very expensive equipment, whatever's going on. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, look at that shot. Leading lines, just like we were talking about earlier. Where are you going, Bobby? I'm sorry, but I can't favor people on the stream. So I guess if I can't deliver the first class treatment that you like, then feel free to leave. Anyway, these are some excellent camera shots right here. I'll try and go back across a couple and explain some things to you guys. Oh, that's sweet. Picking out all the stuff that doesn't belong. By the way, the music is definitely from premiumbeat.com. That is just a sweet line of machinery. White man's saying there's a really nice background to the mountains. I must not have caught that earlier. Maybe it's my inner Montanian. There's backgrounds of mountains all over the place in this state. Oh, that is such a sweet outro shot. All right, let's go back and look at a few things. So first of all, not this shot, but the drone shot. That's pretty sweet. Back up a few frames before he dips to white. Awesome shot if you're ever gonna film a harvest crew. If you ever get a moment to do something like this, that's sweet. I had something kind of like this a long time ago, but... Or actually, the Cinnamon Ridge Farms video has a shot similar to this too, but... Awesome, awesome. We're gonna talk about leading lines again a little bit too. Right here is an example of that. So we talked about this earlier, but shots like this just look really appealing to the eye. So leading lines, basically something in the frame that starts at the edge leads in somewhere kind of in the center background. Center background. So you get that with all the machinery. And because this is a telephoto shot, meaning his camera is zoomed in, it kind of flattens everything out and gives this really interesting perspective. Versus wide shots, which also have their purpose. Let's see if we can find one here somewhere. I mean, drone shots are technically kind of wide shots. Where the field of view is wider, you're seeing more things around the camera. There was a really good one somewhere in here. So this one, I mean, this isn't a super wide shot, but you're seeing all of everything around the center point of action, if that makes any sense. So, interesting stuff. And because... I think his name's Simis Farms Productions. Really talented guy. Because he is in Switzerland, he is probably sleeping right now because it is the middle of the night there. So, anyways, thank you very much for submitting. Please do it. Please submit some more of your stuff. This is awesome. It's really cool to see all these professional projects from people that are like better at than me at filming things. So, awesome stuff. Very well done. All right, guys. So the next video that we're going to watch comes from... Anybody want to guess what state the next video is going to be coming from? Let me know in the chat. What state's this next video coming from? Meanwhile, if you're new here, be sure to subscribe to Agris Studios to get future updates of when AgriLive episodes happen. Currently making a decision on when the new official showtime will be. And we'll see if it's on Sunday nights or Tuesday nights. Just a little farm in Kansas is saying the next video is going to be from a farm in Montana. So let's see if he's right. We're just going to watch it. Maybe. Maybe we're going to watch it. Yeah, we're going to watch it. Starts with a really nice top-down shot. Really nice air drill. This looks really... I mean, it definitely doesn't look like Montana at all. This has got to be somewhere else. I mean, big skies, nice open fields, not row crop. Definitely not Montana.
I'm Tony Fast, and my family's been blessed to be able to farm in Montana for over 100 years now. A lot has changed in those 100 years, and it wouldn't be possible without the great team we have and blessings from our Savior Jesus Christ. Yellow peas, seed treat, inoculant. What am I talking about here? Well, the yellow peas
Nice voiceover.
are like a dry edible pea, and you can find them in the grocery store. In like a soup mix, there'll be a split pea in that mix that's like a bright yellow half circle. There's you can buy just bags of them that are split or unsplit. The whole peas or split peas. A lot of them get used for dog food. Actually, they're like a protein in the dog food. Super high protein for human consumption as well.
This is excellent.
Whether it's a powdered protein that people can add into like a protein shake, or some of our peas have been sold to a company that makes milk out of them. The peas are also really good for the ground. They put nitrogen back in the ground, and it takes inoculant for them to put the nitrogen in the ground. And the way they do that is that inoculant is a live bacteria that is applied to the seed, and that bacteria take nitrogen out of the air and apply it to the roots, and it will create nodules. And these nodules are like bright pink little containers on the roots that store the nitrogen. The plant will use some of that nitrogen, but it leaves a lot of that nitrogen in the soil for the following year. The seed treat is like a bright pink, sometimes a blue protective layer that will keep the seed from molding or rotting in the ground. Peas go in the ground super early because they can handle frost, and they will, sometimes they can mold or whatever in the ground if it's too wet and cold. So that's what the seed treat's for.
So, that voiceover, oh, sorry guys. That voiceover just added a lot of really good production value to this video for the educational standpoint of it. That was really good information because, heck, there were probably, I think there were things in there that maybe I didn't even know about peas, and we
So it just helps Nick
grow peas on our farm, so.
Gotta run back to the yard of the truck here.
Now we're back into some vlog content.
Another batch of seed for tomorrow morning. On top of this all, canola's getting hauled to the elevator, so we got 5 trucks that loaded earlier, and we got 5 more trucks that are coming back again to load for another round for the morning, so go back and take care of all that. We're coming out of the bin full of pea seed. Coming in the top, we have inoculant
That is a
mixed
sweet
up. That was the
setup.
white bags that was dumping into the cone. We add water to that, and enough water and inoculant for 1,100 bushel load. We also have treat back in here in another cone.
Man,
Inoculant on the left, and the seed treat is in the back there on the right. Back there, these pumps there and there are both metering in our inoculant and seed treat. The top pump is a seed treat, and the bottom pump is inoculant. The inoculant is a peat-based, similar to potting soil, and we add water to it to make it into a slurry so that it can be pumped. Then it is injected into this chamber, where it hits the yellow peas. Then it rolls around in this tumbler to get it all evenly coated.
huh, that's really cool. And transition to montage. Beautiful drone shots. Those clouds are cool. Yeah, obviously not Montana. Montana would not have a sky near like that. No. Low-level drone shots, they're really cool for things like this. Man, look at that's awesome. There's the home farm buildings there, it looks like. Rolling the peas. So shortly after you plant them, once they start emerging usually is when you will roll over them.
So we're on our last field of peas here at home, and you can see behind me there. Can't zoom in this way, I don't think I can. Nope. But anyways, right here, other air drill's going. Be heading north to seed peas from here. At least that's the plan anyways.
Yeah, Miles is saying,
So,
monster of a drill, it is.
yeah.
And there's another one in the background.
Radios. Well, I might get a little hairy here, coming on the wet spot.
Oh boy.
Diff locks are on. A little bit of spinach going on.
Pulled through it. Awesome drive-by shot. Awesome action shot. Cool to see how that system works. That is a good looking tractor as well. Case IH XD X blah, blah, blah. Basically it's, oh man. Now I can't even remember. I jumbled my own thought up there. That looks like a really nice roller too. But we're here for the way the video was crafted together. And everything's been very excellent.
You can see all those rocks out there. You can about imagine what those will do to the inside of a combine.
Oh man. That's a lot of rocks.
So that's why we use that land roller. It'll push all those rocks down so that they're flush with the surface of the ground.
Good explanation why I use the roller.
And then when we go over them with the combine, we won't pick up those rocks with the header and wreck stuff. Won't wreck, the sickle sections will get broke. That would actually cuts the crop off the ground, plus some of the parts inside the combines can get pretty damaged. Cost thousands of dollars to repair. Well, that is it for seeding here at home. Got it all finished up. Have a few things we're going to do to the drills before we move north, and planning on getting drills out of here. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you like and subscribe. And please share this video. Have a great day, everybody.
Awesome, awesome. Awesome, 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 awesome. So this guy is actually somebody that I am subscribed to right now. And he is a fellow Montanan up in the northeast corner, kind of by North Dakota. He's just starting this YouTube endeavor. And so that's awesome. Hopefully his channel really grows, because there's definitely some really good content here. So a couple things that I can comment on for this particular episode is, and this is something really hard, is he was talking about some things on camera with this setup on his trailer. And then he realized that he left some details out that he wanted to explain to the audience later, so he used voiceover and some arrows to depict things out. So it definitely does have a bit of a drop as far as the overall value of things and the overall flow of things when you do this, but I can see why he wanted to include that information. I think if this was me, I would just break the fourth wall and have fun with it. Kind of be like, oh, sorry guys, forgot to mention this. This is this and this is this. And then just like resume the footage. Overall flow of the video is pretty good. Definitely over some time, I expect things to kind of have just a bit of a faster flow to it. That's just a natural part of editing. It just takes practice to get to those points. But I'm basically referring to things seeming to take a little bit longer to switch between scenes, for example. The drone montages, I think, are pretty good, but usually the more footage that you can cram into a time span, the higher quality the video is, and you have to find a good balance with that, because you will take forever and ever and ever to get a video edited if you are going to take like 3 hours of footage and try and cut it down into a 5-minute video. So that's always a bit of a process for sure, but this has been awesome seeing this guy. His name's Tony. This guy starting up his channel, so please go subscribe to him. Cool to have 3 of us doing videos in Montana now, so thank you very much. Look forward to seeing the next one. I don't think he's here with us in the chat tonight. Maybe he is, but doesn't look like I've seen him recently, so anyway. I have a question for you guys. So with this video review thing, because it seems to be a very strong point of what I do here on Agri Studios, or AgriLive, I mean, at least. So it kind of got me thinking, and I've been watching some other YouTube content, other people that have done very similar things. I just have no idea if this is going to work or not, but AgriLive is an awesome way to, in a live environment, show other people's videos, critique those videos, and comment on what's good, help people out. Maybe I should throw one of mine in the ring one of these days too, and other people can comment on mine. Maybe that'd be kind of cool too. But there's a lot of people out there that have definitely asked me a lot of questions about making videos. And I mean, I'd like to hopefully think that that's going to increase over time too. Kind of got me thinking, what if I put together a organized course of information on how to do a lot of this stuff? I wouldn't get super techie. There's plenty of courses on how to run your cameras and how to edit all over the place on the internet. But nobody has done it given the ag background. And because farm YouTube channels are getting really, really popular, like just in this last year, we have seen some major growth on a lot of channels. It's all a fairly new thing. And awesome to see. Sorry, this is when I get distracted because I'm monitoring other things about the stream. Anyway, someday I want to put together an online course about farm video creation galore. Maybe we'll call it something like Farm Film School. It'll be a course, it'll have to be paid. It'll probably have to be a couple $100, but basically what would happen is you would subscribe to that course, and there will be tons and tons of videos about a lot of this stuff. We'll do like shadowing, maybe even some of the bigger YouTubers, and how to get certain shots in the field of certain equipment, what works best for people, how to edit that stuff together, how to manage your social media, and I'll bring in some of these other experts as well. So this is an idea in the back of my head. I'm just bringing it forth now. Let me know in that chat what you think. My big question is, if you had to pay for a course to get a lot of knowledge about making videos on your farm, would you buy that course? Let me know in the chat. Meanwhile, Fast Ag Montana is here.
Awesome. Just a little behind. Checking some fields after some rain. Nice. Hope everything's doing well up in that northeast corner. I actually might, within the next week, actually be in the northeast corner of the state doing a project with the college on pulse crop root rot with lentils. So that'll be interesting. Above the field farming saying the course idea is a great idea, as does Little Farm Big Cameras. All right, we have Jared in here saying we just got most of our crops here in Ohio. Awesome. Fast Ag says, thanks for sharing my video and all the feedback. You're certainly welcome. I hope you keep submitting. It's awesome to see I'll call you the third Montana YouTuber in the state. So yes, awesome to have you here. Cool. Just a little farm in Kansas saying they really need some rain. Huh. Seems like it's been raining so much in so many other parts of the U.S. and apparently Kansas has not been getting that. It's interesting. You must be in like a more southern part of Kansas. Huh. Interesting. Well, let me go ahead and check real quick, see what we have for more videos. Oh, let's see here. There's one somewhere in here that somebody said he submitted and I am not seeing it. Maybe it went to the wrong form. Bear with me, guys. Just checking a few things. Okay. We're going to go ahead and... Oh, that might totally autoplay on top of us because YouTube's glitching out. Okay. Wyman Photography, we have a new video from you. You had to resubmit because something was set to premiere. So it sounds like something is premiering on his channel here relatively soon. So if you guys subscribe to him, you can definitely go check that out tonight. But meanwhile, we have a video right here of some harvesting action of some sort here. This is Schmidt's Dairy Farm harvesting soybeans over in Wisconsin. Let's check it out, guys. Epic music. Epidemic, is that where you license your music? Kind of sounds epidemic-y. Nice shot of the combine. I'm noticing some nice, maybe some nice color grading going on here too. Oh, hook sounds was the music licensing. See, that's one of the things we can talk about in that course is where to go get your music. And it'll actually be organized instead of all my disorganized thoughts that happen on this stream. See you later, Above the Field Farming. Good to have you here. Nice top-down shot. This is very well done. Very good music. I just love how the way the dust captures the sunlight and makes it just pop out like that. So this is your home farm, nice.
Really nice kind of countryside reveal shot. Man, I just don't have a lot of comments. Apparently no grain cart involved, just dump it straight into the truck. Nice top-down shot of that, seeing the fill levels of both tanks as we go. Little Farm Big Cameras is saying he has problems going that slow with his drone. The drone's too fast. Yeah, I can see that being an issue with a lot of shots. I know all the newer DJI stuff has tripod mode, which basically desensitizes the controls so that you can get very, very slow shots. I don't know if the Phantom 3 has that or not, but there's kind of ways where you can fine-tune things. Sometimes even kicking it out of GPS mode and into attitude mode to disable the position hold can help with the very precise movements as well. Just make sure you don't hit your subject or anything, of course. But yeah, very good. Vitamin, thank you for submitting that as well. I would say that that particular one did drag a little bit towards the end there, especially because I think that one's what shot? Let me look here real quick on my other monitor. The one of unloading into the truck. I love how it likes to autoplay all the time. The one of unloading into the truck definitely, like, it was cool. Maybe a speed ramp would have helped it out a lot or something. But I'd say 10-second limit on that shot, personally. But I also tend to be the one that prefers to see things change a lot on screen too. There's also always the issue with it takes more time to edit to that finer of a resolution of switching camera shots too. All right, just a little farm in Kansas is saying, don't fly your drone around power lines. It screws with the GPS. I've never had it mess up my GPS before, but Don't fly around power lines, because if you're like me, you'll probably fly in between two power lines and not even realize. I don't know how I managed that. That was when I was starting out. It's a miracle that I did not lose my drone in that moment. But I have the footage somewhere. I think on a really old episode of AgriLive we watched all that stuff. So Adaptive Hydra is saying, I'd go in a lot closer. Yeah, that definitely makes for some interesting shots. There's reasons why you can't always do that, but yes, getting both distant shots, landscape shots that are distant, and close up right at the action shots definitely helps things out. Yeah, that stream was a long time ago, the one where I was talking about the drone crashes. Man, that was at least 6 months ago. That's crazy to think about. That was back when I had no idea what I'm doing. Actually, I still have no idea what I'm doing, but all right, guys. I'm going to check the forums one more time. I do see that we have some double submissions. Unfortunately, I am probably going to stick to my rules this time. Just looking at the time, too. We're going to save those for next week. So look forward to seeing some more of that content next week. Anyway, I got one more thing for you here if I can find it. And then we're going to have to call it a night. By the way, next AgriLive, I'm going to pull up a calendar real quick so I can tell you guys the correct date for once. Calendar.google.com. Next episode of AgriLive will be... Uh-oh. It won't be on Tuesday. It is going to have to be on another Sunday. So the next AgriLive is going to be on Sunday, the 23rd of June, because I have another conflict on Tuesday. Sunday the 23rd. Mark your calendars. Will be the next episode of AgriLive. Hopefully we'll have a special guest on there. I can't say who that guest is because I have no idea who that guest is. But we'll have an awesome guest. It's been a while since we had a guest. Guests do a really good job of just bringing new insight to the show. So, yes, I'm in the right folder. I'm trying to find some exclusive footage for you guys. Not exclusive. Somebody else will be using it. But I want to show you why we missed Tuesday of this last week. All right. Give me some time here. I'm going to dig through some files on the computer. Because... there we go. Let's open up the drone folder. Let's do that. That. Beautiful. You guys want to see what I was filming on last Tuesday? Here you go. Oh, wrong clip. This is the one that I had to turn around and change the battery. All right, there we go. So this is raw drone footage. Nothing is edited here. So there'll be a lot of camera bumps for sure, but Steiger tractors. This is Wall Farms. They were featured in a Welker Farms video back in 2017. It was like epic harvesting Montana style, I think is what he called it, where Nick got to travel to some other farms in his area and film some cool stuff. I'll get to the story of why I was filming up here in a second, but first, that is some nice machinery. John Deere variable rate air drill of some variant. It is a pull behind, meaning the air cart is in the back. That is a Steiger Tiger pulling that thing, and they were sweet tractors. Not too far off from Big Bud. Older tractor, easier to service. And we're going to comment on my footage here in a sec. I'm going to jump forward a little bit. There's a particular shot that I was wanting to find, but I don't think it's in this clip. We'll just continue on here. All right. Here's what I don't like about this footage. This is my footage, by the way. It's a little blue. I should have set a different white balance than the auto white balance. In this particular lighting scenario, I did not get to shoot at golden hour during this shoot because the timing of everything just wasn't going to work in favor of golden hour. So luckily, this can be color corrected. I'm going to be able to make it look a lot better once it's edited. But here's the catch. I'm not the one editing the final product. This footage, it's supposedly we'll be going to Jason of Big Tractor Power. So Big Tractor Power is a YouTube channel where they submit or they film farm machinery videos pretty much every day. I think it's almost daily releases over there. And Jason does a very good job on them. Has a really good audience for them. He hired me to come up to near Cutbank, Montana to film these Steiger tractors doing the last of the seeding because it was cheaper for him to do that than to fly out and get a rental car and everything and for him to do it himself. So special thanks to Nick Welker for the connection, by the way. He's the reason why I was able to do this. But it was an awesome day, very busy day filming this stuff. And hopefully here in the next couple weeks, you guys will be able to see the rest of this footage on his channel. But it's some awesome stuff. Those are some cool tractors. The Walls are cool people. They actually have their own version of kind of what the Big Brute is as well. I think there's some footage way back in here of that thing going as well. Yep, here we go. So they have a Steiger version of a sprayer, just like the Welkers have a Big Bud version. So they do some cool stuff for sure. I'll let you guys see one more shot of the sprayer here. There's a really cool one here somewhere that I'll find for you guys. I think we got to go back to this clip here. I think it was this one. Yeah. Let me go back just a little bit more. This turned out to be a kind of cool drone shot. We're not really in good frame right now, but I'll eventually adjust that. And suddenly, that drone dives down and hides the subject, just the top of the cab there. Now that subject's going to come back out, and then we're just going to pan across. This is DJI Inspire footage, but this is the type of stuff that you can do with pretty much any drone. The DJI Inspire was a good tool to have on this day because it was windy and I needed a big drone to be able to get through that wind to get this footage. So anyway, that's all the preview that I'm going to give you. I'm going to read a couple more comments and then we're going to conclude the streaming services for tonight. So comments in the chat. There's only a couple, I believe, but I58 Farms says, enjoying your work. I'd be interested in that course someday, especially if it might have some tips on agriculture tourism. How does one contact you? Awesome you ask. I'm going to put an email address in the chat for you guys if you do want to comment me. It's actually a new email alias that I set up. So it's going to be YouTube at agristudios.com. YouTube at agristudios.com is a great way to reach me by email. You can also go to the Agri Studios Facebook and Instagrams. Actually, Agri Studios doesn't have an Instagram. Instagram is just my name, Riley Slifka. Agri Studios is on Facebook. Feel free to use those platforms to message me as well. Would love to talk. So, Just a Little Farm in Kansas is asking, do I like black and white footage? Or what do you recommend? Depends on the scenario. I don't use a whole lot of black and white footage, but there are some cinematic scenarios where that could be a really cool effect to pull off. Maybe I'll find an example where black and white footage works really well for a farming video and show that to you guys next time. But, okay, what I've been saying, I was flying for the video that was premiering tonight, and the wind was blowing so hard I could barely keep up with the planner, 7 miles an hour. Yep, wind can be an absolute pain sometimes, but we just have to get through it. Wind can also be a bit of a dangerous situation sometimes. That's how I wrecked my drone when I was filming seeding this year, was very unpredictable wind gusts. So when I was filming that sprayer at Wall Farms, it was about a steady 20 mile an hour wind. And that Inspire will handle that pretty well, as long as it's not too gusty and there's not obstacles that block the wind, such as trees, to where you just end up in a bit of a wreck. Anyway, good day of filming. Can't wait to show you guys some more of that footage, but I'm going to keep the rest of it and the final product under wraps until Jason's ready to release it over on his channel. And yes, flying in the wind, back to that subject, is terrible with your batteries. All right, guys. Thanks for the feedback. Thanks for the feedback on like whether or not you would join a course. I might do a survey on that on the Agri Studios community page and social media too. It's a really cool idea. I've seen people create very successful online courses. They just take a lot of time. to make. So, all right, guys. Adaptive Hydra saying that my videos are amazing. Thank you very much. I'll keep making them best I can. The next Slivka Farm vlog, I am really hoping is going to be haying season, which will be 1 to 2 months away from now. And I'm really hoping to make the video because I've never done a haying video before on that channel. So hopefully I can make something happen with that. It's definitely not always easy to film, and things are going to get pretty busy with some of the other contract work as well. For those of you who are new to the streams and everything, I do freelance video work outside of being a full-time student at Montana State University in Bozeman, Montana. So this summer is a lot of work for the college to get done. They're my number one client, the College of Ag, 2 departments within that College of Ag, and you never know what else is going to happen. I didn't know I was going to Cutbank, Montana to film that stagger footage until the day before that I left. So, also for those of you who were watching Nick's stream, I did make a very random appearance on there as well, which was fun. I didn't mean to interrupt his stream and take away from what he was doing, but yeah, it was fun. Adaptive Hydra is asking, is this directed to me? What's my other channel? Technically, I only have one YouTube channel, and you can find all the links to everything else on the Agri Studios YouTube channel. So just click Agri Studios below the live stream. All right, guys. What am I missing? I might be good. I think that's all we get to do tonight. Hour and 34 minutes. That's about the runtime that I was shooting for. Definitely had some people leave. But I think next time is going to be an awesome stream. So 2 Sundays from today is going to be the next stream, guys. So why is that black? What happened to my lovely background? Where did I go? Everything just went black. I'm really confused. What's going on? I just disappeared. I don't know where I am. I'm just trapped in this darkness. Oh, okay, that's a little better. Apparently the image disappeared. I must have moved a file or something. There's like a nice grain elevator shot in the background of my end screen. All right, guys. Thank you very much for all your support for the channel, all your support for the other fellow creators out there. We'll be back watching some more videos next week and also talking to, hopefully, a special guest, subject to change, but hopefully not. If you guys have any ideas for the special guest, who the special guest should be, somebody you know, for example, shoot me an email at youtube@agristudios.com. I look forward to talking to you. You can also reach me via Facebook Messenger on the Agri Studios page and Instagram. A lot of people message through Instagram as well. So, by the way, if you want to follow me on Instagram, I try and do stories every now and then, just like all the cool people do with the tagging each other. It's fun. I don't really do that a whole lot, but every once in a while. So, be sure, Riley Slivka on Instagram. There's a link on the YouTube page somewhere as well. So, thanks, guys, for watching. We'll be back in 2 weeks from now. Another Sunday night stream. Take care, guys. I'll see you later.